Hello, hello. Gonna be playing some, little bit of Metroid Prime. So last time we were playing, Streamlabs decided to have a fit. And at first, I was kind of worried. Well, I thought it was a copyright strike, but this Metroid doesn't really get copyright strikes. I mean, maybe it does, but the only game that I play that gets copyright strikes is Final Fantasy VIII, and that's because of the music. But it was just Streamlabs being done for this game. But what we got last time was the boost ball. I had to fill in that. And then we also got the wave beam. Next, we're going to go for the super missiles. And I want to go to... I believe. Hold on. Oh. Okay. Remember from last time, the wave beam has a nice homing function. So if you lock on with L, you're bound to hit those two targets. Then it has a taser function also. Always these notification sounds turn off. Turn them off. Okay, there. So it shouldn't be beeping or booping or anything. Did it come out probably? Let's see. They didn't. I'm a bit worried. I might have messed up. Damn it, so there might have been, well there is, there's normally a creature, and this is west. Oh wait, no, that's east, so where's west? Okay, no, I didn't. Good. Then I can show you where I would have messed up if I didn't remember. Alright, so we've intercepted some pirate communiques. And our computer is telling us to go to the pirate facility, the research core. So we'll get there eventually, just the game jumps the gun a lot. Actually, I'm wondering if I could have jumped up there from here. Could I have? I could not. Okay, I fell down for nothing. Well, at least now I know I can't jump up there. And once again, I have to remind myself that I'm playing on hard mode, so on normal, most of the time, you do like a half charge of your weapon, and it'll do something. But for hard mode, no, you need that full charge in order to get that full damage. Well then. Okay, don't fall off. Open. Little ones? Or big one? Okay, I might as well kill these things. A lot of the times, these baby seagulls can maneuver themselves to where they'll knock me off when I'm in this room, so it's not understandable. There. Okay. From here, we want to jump up. We already got that lower from last time. We have this space jump boost. We can actually jump up. Oh, calm down. Okay. Going up. This is a stalactite, I believe. Yeah. So what it is you shoot it and it creates a natural platform. Alright, so let me jump up here. I will show you the creature that a lot of times players miss and that they don't get 100% scans on. So take out your scanner. It's right over here. Known as ice shriekbats. So it's a shriekback is just the ice species. What'll happen is this is the only instance when they're in this room. It's the Ice Ruins West. We're gonna go to the next room, and then when we come back, they'll be gone and they'll never return. So if you're going for 100% run, you need to get them right now. There's something to get over there, but we can't go yet. So we'll just continue on this way. Avoid the scarabs. You don't have to avoid them, but it can get annoying. Oh. Okay, cool. This should be, yep, the, not the fountain, what's it called? Courtyard, there you go. This room serves as two functions, so there's platforming involved here, but then there's also a puzzle to get an energy tank, I believe. First thing you want to do is make sure that you've scanned the spinner that we have. Lower these two, or not lower them, open the gates. And those are floodgates, so. So they're open now. Now we have to activate the water flow. So we have to climb now. And there's a timer. So it's going to fill up with water. It's going to raise those platforms. If we don't reach the top in time, we'll have to do it over again. Now there's some flicker bats flying around in here that could knock us off. But, I mean, if that happens, you just do it over again. So the energy tank's in here. But we do still have to go all the way to the top, so we'll just activate the bomb slot one more time. This is, yeah, it's right there. Get in there. Ooh, I almost fell off that time. Okay, once you reach these natural platforms, you should be fine. I mean, I suppose you could fall off if you were clumsy, but as long as you don't, you'll be okay. We can't go over there yet. We'll go this way. So there's a save station here. Make sure you save. We can hack into their information database. So this is schematics for Research Lab Hydra. Proceed to the purple doors to access the lab. Alrighty. Schematics for Glacier 1 Secure Zone. Personnel bound for research area. Proceed directly to checkpoint. Yeah, so there is a quarantine cave in this region. So apparently they knew about our issues back in 2002. I'm just kidding. There is though. It's the location called the quarantine cave. So this door, it's powered down. If we scan it, it'll tell us there's no power. There's a nearby power conduit, but it's behind this thing, and we can't open that with any weapon right now. So we'll have to come back. But as the scans in there indicated, it says go through the purple doors to locate the lab entrance. So this is the purple door. Yeah. There's some turrets right there. We have two options. We can blow them up using weapons, or I can attempt to sneak to the left and quickly scan the shut-off switch. I'm gonna try to do the shut-off switch. Okay, that's not it. That's this one. Okay. But then there's a little music theme, if you can hear. That means there's space pirates nearby. So the space pirates sort of have like a little like fast rock theme in here. So I'm gonna keep out my scanner. That when they pop out, attempt to scan them. Right there. Okay, try to get us. So this is, I think, a camo spec. Yeah, shadow pirate. So these shadow pirates, they have camo abilities. So they attempt to cloak themselves so that you're not seen. But go and tase him. Yeah, so dealing with them, since, you know, they're, well, they're organic like we are, they're more susceptible to electric shocks, so the wave beam comes in handy here. Let's come in here. And they have a little drone. And they're going to attempt to ambush us. You can use these points as sort of like barriers. And these are fully powered space pirates too. So the weapon systems are online. They don't really have armor, so I guess that's their only downfall. And yes, that is a space pirate. I put the icon in the overlay in the bottom right hand corner. So he'll be with us for our adventures. East Quarantine Cave, see? It's still in blue level. Okay, we're in purple right now, so they're in blue. It doesn't sound that bad. Authorized personnel permitted only after battle scanning. That's a save point. Phazon ore is extremely durable and blast resistant. Armor-like qualities of this shell provide protection. Thermal imaging can detect weak areas. That sounds nice. So we want to get some thermal scans going. Phazon ore appears to bind through Phazon energy. Thermal imaging is required to detect highest concentrations. Imaging research is being conducted in the containment vault. Something called Project Titans. We have a name now. It's in the quarantine cave. Excuse me. Relocation is recommended. So Project Titan seems to be infected with something, and they're quarantining it. So this is the full map of the Phendrana Drifts. So it's the Phendrana Drifts is two locations really. It's the natural ice region, and then the Pirates Space Labs, or Pirates Labs, Space Labs. I mean, I guess it's we're in space technically. But it's not a space station, so maybe that's not accurate. One cool thing you could do with the wave beam is short circuit turrets. So if you give it a couple full charges, it'll go haywire and just like poop out. Watch. See, like that. When that's happening though, stay behind cover because it can still randomly hit you. It's not locking on you. It's just if you're in the firing range of it, and you happen to, like, you know, be between it, it's gonna hit you. We can go in here. So these do look more like labs. We scan this. hold on real quick. Alrighty, I'm back. Sorry. That's yep. This word of warning: if any of you guys do get furniture, read the fine print, and hopefully it works out for you. Alright, so this room, there's a ton of stuff to scan, but I want to end the music. So there's pirates in here to defeat. Ooh, he got evaporated then. He is... Oh, back up. And what's he doing? That's weird. Oh, I'm gonna try to get that to shoot at him. Nothing. He's lucky. Okay, so music. Once the music stops, that means there's no more space pirates. We can go down here and start scanning everything. Okay, I think these stasis tanks. These things are just empty of lids. Yeah, so I think it is. I'm gonna blow him off his wand. Increase acidity levels recorded in Phazon amniotic bath. This is likely a side effect of Phazon ingestion by test subjects. Okay, so don't eat Phazon. They may look delicious, like cookie dough, but don't eat it. Phazon fluid baths, 70%. What's this? Stasis. Here. Access to lab Aether, limited to science sclera only. Personal bound for Hollow. Observatory must use west elevator. Ice beetle infestation has been 95% exterminated. Nice. Report any sightings to security. Stasis tanks operating at 40%. Temperature regulation errors have been rectified. Cool. Yeah, so this part's kind of, I mean, it's both interesting and funny. For those who are familiar with Metroid, like when you think of space pirates, you don't really think of like the sciencey type. Like I imagine something like, I don't know, like maybe not full blown like Pirates of the Caribbean, but like, you know, I mean, pirates are supposed to be like you know, tough and badass, and like no, these pirates are like really like smart and technical, so it's kind of interesting to see that aspect of them. Phazon infusion of energy core, 70% saturated. Most terraforming, retrofitting of security checkpoints on Talon 4 is complete, but we continue to research the alarming epidemic of breaches by local creatures. Door records show no unauthorized entries, so we must presume the creatures are either slipping in undetected during daily personnel moves, or else finding their way in through subterranean tunnels. We have found many small breaches, and this latter sort and plug them wherever we can, but it is unlikely that we will ever achieve full extermination within our current timetable. See, like that, like that's so like human, like that'd be like a I don't know, like an ant or a cockroach infestation type of deal. Xenome 5A is undergoing relocation to Lab Hydra. Subject's transfer is ordered after increase in apparent behavior. Mining operations have become near the crater where Phazon appears to be the most concentrated. Daily levels increased to 44%. More streamlined as personal equipment flows increase. Several incidents of Phazon-induced madness have been reported, prompting augmented life support. Symptoms include loss of equilibrium, erratic erratic respiration. Oh, I have Phazon corruption. I'm just kidding. Erratic respiration, muscle spasms, and in the most extreme cases, hallucinations. Timeline reassessment for refinery operations recommended. So with most mining, such as in real life, also mining operations, there's always the risk of like chemical substances and all that stuff. So even for space pirates, this stuff of Phazon, even though it is effective in their means of like mutating species and augmenting their soldiers, even though it is positive in those aspects, there's still the danger of like madness from it. We have codified the newfound energy source as Phazon. Oh, the other thing, when you're scanning these and reading them, it's out of order. So just bear that in mind. Like some stuff, like this one, they're now just calling it Phazon, that substance. A 5-index mutagen, of which we have very little reliable data. Indications point to a meteor of unknown origin impacting approximately 20 years ago, expelling Phazon into the environment. The material appears to possess lifelike characteristics. Mutating organic life form is strong enough to withstand its poison. These mutations appear promising, with abrupt evolutionary leaps appearing in single-generation reproduction. Plans to establish a full science team on Talon 4 are being finalized. So they were away either kind of cruising through space, or maybe I don't know if they have space stations. I'm assuming they do. That would seem like a space pirate thing to have, right? Maybe they hijacked the space station, but they scanned the planet from far away and were like, hey, some cool stuff's happening there. We should probably go check it out. And it was most promising. I have this, I don't know the time tone on this, to put a video together, like as many like effects and stuff and professional point of view I can of the both the Chozo lore and the pirate data in chronological order, like reading it. I have yet to put together the video for Parasite Eve and me finding the mutant dog. I have it, I just haven't put it together yet, but I have I put a little folder and like all the pieces there, and I set to put it together. So I don't know a date for when that. Well, that one will be soon, but for the Metroid one, for the Chozo lore and the parrot data, I don't know when that would be exactly. But I've always wanted to do that. Xenome behavioral patterns show decreased reflux activity at temperatures below freezing. So those are Metroids, by the way. So they understand that cold temperatures will enable Metroids to not kill them, but they kind of go into like a hibernation mode. They get more sluggish, more docile to control. Phazon batch shows mandible mutation across subjects. Cross infusion with batch recommended. So they've noted there's different batches, or sort of like even species of Phazon, so they're combining them to try to create like a super ultimate strain of them. Mutation strain 775 or V shows massive absorption capacity influx. Strain replication is now underway. Prep work on all empty stasis tanks must be completed before specimen batch V or 5 arrives. Transfer specimen 344 to Lab Hydra complete. Further infusion suspended pending security assessment. Optimal absorption mutation has led to unexpected degeneration of internal organs. Yeah, so that's besides the madness of Phazon. Um, if the experiment is not successful in mutating the organism in like a productive or efficient way, it'll basically just die from like overdose. So that's what happens. Warning: do not handle sedated xenomes without proper ice containment equipment, especially Metroids, because they're frisky little critters. Tissue samples from stasis must be hand carried to Lab Hydra for analysis. Notify security of all materials moved. Daily what was I was gonna say decapitation. Daily decapitation has occurred. Daily decontamination is now required for all. Damn, you're going to work today, honey? Yeah, okay. Have a happy decapitation later on. It's required for all personnel working in Lab Aether. Let's see. It's up here. Strain 776V has been successfully replicated. We have now named it Strain Vertigo, mutation of beta xenomes proceeding. Viral pathogens found in several xenomes have been traced to Phazon badge 1664.Z. Terminate all subjects. Ooh. So one batch of their test subjects were infected with something and they just outright wanted to kill them. Our initial tests exposing Talon 4's indigenous parasites to Phazon appear to be successful. Increases in strength, size, and aggressiveness are common in all test subjects, as well as unforeseen evolutions like additional poison sacs within the abdomen and the appearance of a second ring of mandibles in several subjects. These creatures were chosen because of their resilience, and it appears possible that, given enough exposure to Phazon, they may one day be able to survive on any planet we transfer them to. Our methods will have to be refined. We currently have a 100% extinction rate after the 4th infusion period. Most survivors of the 3rd infusion stage are so violent and uncontrollable that they have to be euthanized. Even still, we remain hopeful that further experimentation will result in success. And that's a good sign. So we're 50% through our logbook scans. And that's normally where we're at this stage. There's an item we can get Pioneer. We can't get it yet though, so we'll come back for it. The other thing, yeah, so some of these scans, the pirates are incredibly giddy. I mean, you get the sense that they are like that when it's like, even though after the 4th trials our subjects start dying, we are confident that they will one day go past that limit and realize their full potential. Research Outpost Glacier 1 in the Phendrana Drifts region of Talon Forest Mountains is operating at 85% capacity. Sub-zero temperatures have made the Metroid sluggish and easy to control, even those well into Phazon infusion cycles. So they've also been infusing Metroids with Phazon. That's also what they've been doing here. Cold containment stasis tanks are sufficient for the juveniles, but some of the larger Metroids have been moved to quarantined caves for safety purposes. One thing about Metroids, I discussed a lot in my recent playthrough of Metroid 2. That was the one released for the Game Boy in either 1989 or 1990. But Metroids have a quick lifespan. They undergo quick mutation evolution. So like, there's the infant or the larval / infant Metroid, then that becomes, I believe it's called the like normal adult Metroid, and then after that it's the Alpha Metroid. So it kind of like breaks out of its little sack. It also has like some sort of little electrical mandibles on it. Then after the Alpha one, it's of course Beta, and I think it goes Gamma, Zeta, I think Delta and Omega. But yeah, so they're saying in these communications we're reading, the baby ones, they're okay to move when they're cold, but the bigger ones, no, that you have to be careful. Security doors remain an issue as malfunctions due to ice occur every day. Large predators in the wastes are also a concern as they continue to kill personnel and breach secure areas. Unfortunately, it has become clear that our containment teams cannot neutralize all of them without a vast increase in munitions and soldiers. But yeah, I'm hoping. I mean, we see it kind of in Prime 3, like the workings of the space pirates themselves, because these ones. Wait, what the hell? How do I get out of here? Jump. Okay. Sort of like a day in the life of a space pirate, that sort of thing. We through these scans we kind of get that. I think most in Prime 2 we won't get it that much just because of like the setting, but I think in Prime 3 we do. We get it more also. And actually in this one I don't want to blow it. I mean, I don't want it to go haywire or something. I'm just gonna blow it this way. Is there no scan? Usually there's a scan. Okay, no scan. That's fine. But you back up. Okay, so... Ooh! Back up there, buddy. So there's a lot of pirates in this room. But again, the go-to weapon for the pirates is the wave beam. You can get that taser effect going. Oh, someone. Back up. Oh, they're all jumping towards me. Ooh. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. This room is one of the cooler rooms. If I was a space pirate, I would want to work in here. And I'll show you why, because I think it's pretty awesome. So, one guess as to what this room is. There's some sort of mechanism up there. There's one down there. So I'll complete the puzzle. If anyone wants to give a gander what it is. So, let's see. Yeah, let's scan this first. You know what? I might as well scan. Well, okay, yeah, just have to scan because this will be more difficult to scan. Upper node of holographic. Okay, so it's a holographic projector. I forgot it. It tilted here, but it's observatory. So, space pirates being space pirates, they've conquered many planets. Obviously, they're gonna have tons of data on like all the places they've been and conquered. So, this observatory kind of compiles that data into a cool holograph projection. So even though they're horrible space pirates, I mean, no one likes the space pirates. Like they're literally like they're the scourge of the Metroidverse. But even still, they can sometimes make pretty cool mechanisms and devices. Other than the bombs, of course. Those the innocent people who are being killed by those obviously are going to have issues with that, but go in. No? There it goes. down on. Alright, this little sequence is pretty cool. Kind of whooshes alive. And we have our super missiles up there. So we'll forego the super missiles for now because I want to scan some stuff first. So some of these planets we've been to, some of them we have not. This is the planet Twin Tabula. It's best known for something called twin fever. It's a disease caused by a viral strain native to Twin Tabula. In the early stages of it, victims will have double vision, hence where the twin sight, hence the term twin fever. And then after they have that twin sight, once it goes away, then they'll actually close to death. This is the planet, I believe it's Ormine 2. An uninhabitable wasteland savaged by nuclear dust storms and constant seismic upheavals. Planet Zebes. We should be familiar with this. This is the planet that we were on from the game prior to this. Well, the chronological game, not the one released before this. So before this, it was Metroid or Metroid Zero Mission. That's the storyline. But we had just defeated Mother Brain for the first time. We entered and survived the space pirate. Is that a? I believe that was a research station, research lab ship. And then we evacuate the planet also. So it says planet's crust is primarily earthic ore, making it ideal for subterranean construction. A class, I believe that's 20. 10, that'd be 19. Okay, yeah. Class 19 planet Zebes is inhospitable to most bioforms. The world was considered unremarkable until it became a base for space pirate forces. So it was unremarkable because it was the home, or it was one of the planet homes of the Chozo. This planet is, of course, the one that we're currently on, Talon 4. Ecosystem studies indicate that Talon 4 was a biological paradise prior to the impact of an extraterrestrial object. What remains of the biosphere is slowly fading due to exposure to phase-on radiation. At current rate of decay, Talon 4 will be barren class 13 wasteland in approximately 25 years. And that's not even that long either. I mean, that impact happened 20 years ago. So it says 25 years from now. So in less than 50 years ago, this planet's just dead from this infection. That sucks. And hello, Alex. Thanks for joining us. We're learning about some planets and other space steps. And I believe that's it to scan. Let's see. Is there... Yeah, I think that's it. Wait, no, there's something else. Wait, no, this one. This is the planet Bilium. It's under quarantine. The atmosphere is rife with Materialus, a sentient gaseous global experimenter virus. Ooh, damn. Okay, so hopefully next year will take us farther away from that that occurrence, from what's happening with that planet. And that just says that the hologram is online. Okay. That's been powered off because we've already used it. Now we can scan this stuff. Holograph spatial lockdown has security directive. Some more pirate data. Scans of the spiral sector detected a massive energy spike emanate from a Wanderer class planet identified Talon 4. Scout reconnaissance was immediately dispatched to the center of the spike, a landmass at heading mark 40.08.02, retrieving with planetary samples and atmospheric imaging. Analysis shows the energy source to be an unstable radioactive material of enormous potential. We are unable to form an accurate risk assessment at this time, but we are unlikely to find an energy source this powerful again. Analysis will continue, but currently Talon 4 appears to be a viable secondary headquarters. So the space pirates understand that there's intense danger here, but they're like, we don't care. There's power there. We want power. Phase-on mining is underway. Several garrisons have been established and terraforming of the Chozo ruins is underway. Security systems are operational and science team continues to make progress in their biotech research. The Phendrana Drifts have proven to be an optimal location for research headquarters, and soon it will be joined by a fully operational combat base and starport. If Command's predictions are half true, we shall rise to dominance in this sector within a decacycle. Truly, these are glorious times. So that's what I mean by they're giddy. Like literally, like all their plans are coming to fruition. You know, they're making their biological organic weapons. Those are all spectacular. They're making, you know, everything's huge and just, you know, great, and it's a wonderful time to be a space pirate, basically. But little do they know that we're here to jack up their operations. At one point, though, they will notice that we're here, and we'll read about that also. That's funny to read too. It's like a big oop on their part. Okay, so as promised, the super missile upgrade. So it's a powerful attack. It uses 5 missiles. So how it works is if we do a charge, and it only works with the power beam. Each beam has an upgrade weapon. So for the power beam, it's the super missiles. For the wave beam, it has its own thing. It's called the wave buster, and for the other beams also, they'll have their own upgrades. But you do a charge, and then you push the missile button. And there you go, it's like that. It's incredibly powerful. The only downside is it can be slow, so for faster enemies, you're not encouraged to use it. It's more for like slower. Wait, what did I say? Yeah, for faster enemies, you're not encouraged to use it. It's more for like slower or docile enemies. Chief Astrogation Officer feels our current dual holo projector system is obsolete. Please review and advise. All holo technicians report to main observatory. Maintenance required on both holo modules. Okay. So we'll continue. This stream is probably going to be I don't know, like an hour, or not an hour and a half. Well, yeah, like around an hour and a half. So probably play this for like a half hour, a little bit more, and then I'll play some. I'm gonna finish up the Halo Common Evolved Anniversary Edition, and then transition to Halo 2 Anniversary Edition. But I wanted to play this a little bit just to continue on for this playthrough. Like, I didn't want there to be like an odd number of parts, because normally for this I play like 2 or 3 hours. So with this one and the other one before Streamlabs went haywire, the other playthrough was about like an hour and a half, so that fits with it. Alright, so we go out here. So this is the control tower. Back up. I said back up? What the hell? Where'd you go? Where are you? What are you playing, peekaboo? Ooh. Stop running from me. You were shooting at me before. Okay, so now we are introduced to paratroopers. So these are space pirates with jetpacks. jetpacks. They also have missile systems adorned on them as well, so they can be a pain. You want to watch out when they do that kamikaze strike, though. Oh damn! There we go. There's so there. Oops. Okay, I think a few more waves of the paratroopers, and then we're done. Another thing we could try is a super missile. So sometimes you can blow it up with just one. Okay, there you go. And there you go. Alright, there's something over here. It's not really a secret because we'll need it later, but there's some ice. Like let me see, can I go up this? Yeah, so I can go up that. There's an ice sheet here. We can't break it though, obviously it's frozen over, and I think it even tells us. Ice covering can be melted with extreme heat, so we need some other weapon to open up this. But we'll come back to that because it's for the story mode. Like you have to collect that item if you want to progress the story. So we're trying to get to Research Lab Aether. Let me see, did that. Okay, cool. We're getting close to encountering our very first Metroid on this planet. So that'll be fun. Yeah, but it's right here, yeah. I have the little cutscene. It's like they're like remembering each other, Samus and the Metroid. So I don't think I don't think they are. It's just like, or at least Samus knows what it is. Kind of looks like she's like nodding her head. I don't know, maybe she's just moving slowly a little bit. So we scan it, of course, to Metroid. Metroids are dangerous. They suck the life energy out of their victims, and then they will grow in size. And if they get enough energy, that's when they'll undergo that immediately swift mutation and devolution. I think something back to there. We'll push him out. He's not allowed in here. He knows what he did last time, so he has to stay down there. And there's tons of stuff to scan, but I'm gonna go kill them first just to stop the music. Go over here. No? Yeah, there we go. Oh, you sneaky. You. I hear grunting and shooting. He's being alive. Ooh. he up there or is he down? Oh, he's up there. And that should be the last one. Okay, so the computer's telling us we're close to the research core, which of course I knew that, but the computer also is impatient. There's some missiles over there. Well, first of all, I can get this energy tank. The missiles, you just have to be careful and a little patient, because you're on that thin little rail. See, like that, you can fall off. No. Come on. There we go. Alright, so we'll start up there. That stuff to scan. Metroid containment fields appear 100% effective after adjustments. Temperatures below 10 centigrade will render Metroids docile. The hooked mandibles of the Metroid penetrate the skin and its prey and siphon pure life force energy. Some pirate data. Reconstruction of Geoform 187, codenamed Ridley, was recently completed. After his defeat on Zebes, Command ordered a number of metagenetic improvements for him. Though aggressive, we were able to implement these changes in a cycle. The metamorphosis was painful but quite successful in the end. Early tests indicate a drastic increase in strength, mobility, and offensive capability. Cybernetic modules and armor plating have been added as well. We believe our creation, now called Ridley, will become the mainstay of our security force, a job he will certainly relish. So he got some upgrades, both hardware and software. Internal organs of Metroid seem to be limited to nucleonic absorption cells and massive energy reservoirs. Metroid brain scan results in. Studies show accelerated activity in parietal lobe during hunting cycles at temperatures above 10 centigrade. So basically when they're warm, that's when they're most dangerous, Metroids. Containment temperature stable at 3 centigrade. Stasis tank contaminated beyond acceptable safety standards. Phazon infusion stage 6. Mass at 180% of previous phazon cycle. Increased dosage by 4%. Initial transfer of Metroids to Talon 4 research facilities has been completed. 3 were terminated in an incident at the landing site, but the others were pacified and transported safely. Initial Phazon infusion testing is underway. We are eager to observe the effects of Phazon on Metroids, especially their ability to absorb and process the energy given off by Phazon sources. Early research suggests a considerable growth in power and size. Whether the creatures stay stable thereafter remains to be seen. So you might get a bigger, badder Metroid, but if it's just hog wild out of control, that's not good. So they're trying to find some sort of like medium. As energy-based creatures, Metroids show immediate mass increases upon energy absorption. Confidence is high regarding Phazon applications. We know enough about Phazon now to begin combining it with Space Pirate DNA. The code name for this venture will be Project Helix. Preliminary studies indicate Phazon's fusion could produce radical new pirate genomes. Benevolent mutation levels are high in current subjects. Phazon madness is a concern, but refinements in the fusion process should reduce or neutralize the odds of mental degeneration. All guards must use ice containment gears when transporting Metroids. This includes sedated specimens and those pronounced dead. Directive: in the event of a Metroid attack, repel creature with missiles set to maximum concussion. So the Space Pirates don't have Morph Ball or Morph Ball or bombs, but if we get attacked, what we do is we go into Morph Ball and then we just bomb them, and that'll knock them off. Yes. Motion near Hunter Metroid, is that a D? DG? Appears to trigger psychotic episodes. Personnel are to stay at least 3 meters away from stasis tank. So they gave PTSD to a Hunter Metroid. That's always nice. Hunter Metroid DS is showing sign of increased instability and a heightened immunity to cold damping fields. That's not good. Yeah, that means the cold is no longer able to like stop them or slow them down. The tank holds the remains of experiment 7526, conversion of elite pirate unsuccessful. Yeah, there's just like body parts and stuff slewed about. But that's pirate science. Studies of Metroid biology continue, though with limited progress. It seems likely that we will be much more successful using the Metroids for our means rather than trying to reproduce their powers. If they could be adequately tamed, we would have no need of a proper understanding of their metabolism. A small force of disciplined Metroids could wipe out entire armies, and once we find a way to shield them from cold containment weapons, they will be invincible. Furthermore, if we could then harvest the energy they'd consumed, we would have a near limitless source of power at our disposal. So they're really like betting on this Metroid deal. Specimen remain in quarantine area. All experiments have been suspended pending pacification of area. Quarantine specimen exhibits highly aggressive behavior. Its body structure, composed of Phazon ore, appears nearly invulnerable. This has been rendered our efforts to train and discipline subject useless. So there's some sort of big, massive creature in that quarantine cave. They've been trying to tame it, but been unsuccessful. Metroid dissection continues to provide more questions than answers. Our research teams have isolated the energy conduits that run from the massive twin mandibles to the energy core in the creature's quadripartite nucleus, but the manner in which a Metroid actually extracts the life force from its prey remains an utter mystery. The victim does not lose blood or any other vital fluids, and yet the Metroid extracts energy. Identifying this energy is our central problem. It takes no physical form, and yet without it, the victim dies. We will continue to research this matter, as the isolation of this life-giving essence could be the key to our ascendance. So I guess pirates are trying to ascend. Project Titan is suspended indefinitely. Security breaches resulting in massive casualties have occurred. Access is strictly prohibited. So whatever's in that quarantine cave, the space pirates don't want anything to do with it anymore. They're like, no, we're just gonna let it be. So I'm on a stasis tank. It's just empty stasis tank. Yeah, empty stasis tank. Hit. Hologram. platform. Ooh, ice fields. But of course I can't scan you down here, or up there. Yeah, get back. So these are ice beetles. They're like regular beetles except they're ice formed. And they're more durable also. Okay, a little bit of this. Are there things in here? No? Yeah, there are. Come on. Stop. Wait. Oh, no. Ah! Ooh. Jesus. Okay, now we can go in there. So there's Metroids, finding these containment fields. But we should be okay. So the item we need, there's several locks in place. We have to remove all of them. That says Central Tank Control Circuit Connection Terminated. So that's the first layer of security. Thermal imaging software exceeding initial expectations. Combat applications are being evaluated by command, field testing in Finjvana region, approved use of prototype visors by security personnel approved. So they created, the pirates created the thermal visor. Central take auxiliary circuit connection terminated. Just one more layer of security. Inform command that thermal vision tests will begin soon. Abnormal heat traces are represented as red when looking through the thermal imaging spectrum. It does look pretty cool though. It looks like from the Alien and Predator movies, it looks like that vision, the Predator vision. So central circuit is terminated. And I just want to make sure that I got everything, which I think I did. Let me see. Oh, I scan this. Thermal visor, so I get it. And of course, when we get it, we have to test it. So the power turns off, everything gets dark. We push it down on the D-pad. This is thermal vision. Do I have to super miss you guys? We can't go this way because we don't have the proper weapon, so we have to go back up. So as you go back up here, you just want to watch out for the Metroids that are attempting to escape because the power is off, so their containment fields no longer hold them. Okay. One thing about the web beam, as I mentioned before, you can access certain electrical components. So what I did earlier, a little bit ago, was I pushed this and that turned on the power for this door. There's some, these are sentry drones, I believe. So we can scan them. I think we can. We should be able to. Yeah, we can scan them real quick and then get rid of them. So they are sentry drones, yeah. If we do the wave beam, we can short circuit them. Open. In here, we want to watch out. They're trying to ambush us. They prevent us from leaving the labs. Ooh. Turret. Oh, he jumped a long ways. Is there? Yeah. And there we go. Now we're making our way back to the courtyard. here. I'm just gonna open up this door and then attempt to boost ball out of here. I think what I'll do, well, I'm not that far away though, so I'll save, but I'll get to the courtyard and save there, because that's a better safe position to be in. Over here it's kind of like in an awkward position. Okay, so if I can get down there. Open. Open. So we can now open up this capsule, get some missiles. Ooh, I get whoa, okay, there's two of them. That was nice. Yikes. Okay, we're almost out. Where are you at? Just yeet him away. So I'm using super missiles. They're powerful and great to use. Just watch out on your ammo of your missiles because they can deplete fairly quickly. And this is the map room, right? Yeah. So we don't want that. I think there's some paratroopers out here. Maybe? No? Okay, cool. So what I can do... Try to get some more missiles. I'll get some... Oh, I kind of want to... Will I be there again? Those boxes? Let's see, no, up here. Oh, okay. Whatever. Okay, so what we do here now, we use a super missile to blow up this little panel. Oh, I kind of aimed correctly. Then we use our thermal visor. That's the little energy conduit. We shoot it with the wave beam. Wait, shoot it. There you go. Open up the door. I thought there was more boxes. Oh. I went 90. I'm gonna have full misses for the boss for next time. There we go. Okay, so we'll save here. The passageway to the box is over there, so the map, we just go over there, there's a little section, and then we go to the quarantine cave, and it's in there. But I'm gonna fight the boss next stream. That'll be for next week. Alrighty, so that's gonna be that for this stream. So in a little bit, I'll start up Halo. I had to hook my Xbox One up. But thanks for hanging out, and let me do some points. Okay, awesome. Alright, so I'll see you in a little bit.